Hey, it's Heather Kay. I'm just trying to show you something, but I seem to be crawling all over the floor instead. The reason why I'm here is because my linen closet, broke. It had one of these useless shelves in it. And what had happened was, and I'm sure many of you already know what I'm talking about, these things here gave way. More specifically, these two little latches holding them up. Because they have no support, somebody used a plastic, I can't believe you guys are going to watch my channel to let me talk to you about tools. Well, let me tell you, it's this thing and that thing. It might actually be kind of hilarious. This is the woman's primitive tool show. So one of these came out and the whole thing came crashing down. And there's a bunch of towels all behind me, all over the floor. And didn't seem to bother my sons any. Didn't seem to bother anybody else but me that the towels were all over the floor. So what I had to do, and by the way, I was told, there's a drill at your house. All you have to do is get it. So when I found it, it was empty. Either, I guess one of my biggest pet peeves is somebody putting away tools, or somebody buying tools and not taking care of them and putting them back in the case. So if you say there's a case there, they should be in it. So anyway, this has been my tool. Get a load of that. Since 2001. It's 2018. Do the math. A long time. And it runs by 4 AA batteries, which come with that in. It has a forward and reverse. And you can exchange the drill bits in that. So this is what I used. So what I did is I actually measured it. And wait till you see what I had to measure it with. You're not going to believe it. This is primitive tools. Primitive tools. Look how rusty this thing is. Couldn't see it. So after I found out that was ineffective in measuring, I found this little tiny itty bitty cute one. So this is what I got it with. I didn't even know how to put the blades in. What I found, and that was given to me by a friend, by the way, is that I had this kind of blade. I had this kind of blade. So when I was doing this cupboard, I was trying to think, well, I really don't got anybody to call right now. That looks like it's going to be too rough. This looks like it would be okay. And then we have this here shorter one, which if I could have gotten it on there, it would have worked. So I used this really, really long one, which kind of hops all over the place. But I had 2 of those. And since I didn't even know how to put it in, and I used this here, lifted it up, and somehow managed to get in, and then it didn't fall apart on me. Knew I hit my hand there, and I knew if I took my time, it would work. And lo and behold, it did. And for a little bit, I found this other tool. And then I thought, well, worst case scenarios, I could probably use this to cut. Then I thought, well, that ain't going to work because you're going to get fibers here and then it's not going to work. Or you can turn the other way. I'm thinking, no way am I going to be sitting there all day doing this. And I'll tell you a story about when I first did carpentry work. You wouldn't believe my story. It's unbelievable. I'll have to make a reenactment maybe, but I don't know. So anyway, so I thought maybe each wood that I would start it off to get this going. And then I found out I didn't need it. So one of the things I've heard any carpenter ever tell me, measure twice, cut once. I said, okay. So when I got in there, I cut one at a time. I didn't do the whole line because one board I had, one of these long ones, maybe they're like a 2x1, maybe. And the thing is, I was going to cut one board that way. If I got it wrong, I actually had 3 spares because a friend gave them to me, didn't need them. So what it is, I originally had planned on just putting these up. So what I did is I took my handy little screws, and I was going to use for an example. I used this board actually to put another board on, so I wouldn't be doing this on my kitchen table on my kitchen counter, which is seriously I was using. I was putting them in the corner, and I was screwing them down. That's not a good example. I was screwing them down to the point where it did not break through, so that I already had them up on the wall for when I put them in, right? And I did 4. I probably didn't need 4, but it was an overkill. And I also was told that you need to use your drill to drill a hole because your wood's going to crack. Do you think I could find my drill? Nope, it's probably gone with the other one. So I knew they're going to crack. So what I did, and I knew I had to be near the end because that's where the only support was in this closet, at the very end. So what I did is, knowing that, I put them in there, I screwed them up, and then I have this level, and it's really dirty. I found this when I was cleaning the house. It's a laser level. But I was too lazy to take out the battery to put the laser on, and if I put the laser on, I would not know how to laser level this. Like, come on. I don't even know where this came from. It probably belongs to my sons. But I knew it had this in there. So I knew a thing or two about if you're going to put up a shelf, it's to your best interest to make sure that bubble's in the middle. Level. I guess, even though, I guess I've seen a thing or two, haven't I? So I did that. So I got this one up first, and then this one here in this corner was too long because the house finishing is flawed. But they actually have finishing on the inside of the closet. Didn't know that. However, it made it difficult for me to get this in the corner. So I went to a small handheld, which I found was even more difficult. So I managed to, and I don't know how, get it in there, keep it level. And this little battery-operated tool, put them in there on an angle. It's going to be something getting them out. So I did that. So what else did I do? Oh, I was told also that you need a square, which I don't have. So this here is when I was just cutting freestyle. Look how square that is. I thought, this is not going to work. So what I did is when I was measuring them, I had this there, like when I had the tape. So I had to go there. I made sure that this was lined up with this, and I used this here little piece of cardboard as my square. Yeah, this is like, I'm now like the baby carpenter here because no one else is going to fix this for me. I'm probably not going to paint it because when I put my towels up, and I might, if I ever get bored, I might do it. But right now I'm getting really hot and sweaty. So what I've done is I cut them 32 inches long. And once I did the first 3, I found out they were 31 3/4. And then they felt a little loose. So what I did is I cut them 32. But I only cut 1 because you get 3 for 1. It just the first, not actually just the first piece off, in case there was a mistake. In case it was too big. I didn't want to have to take that, I don't know what this thing is called. A variable speed saw? I should know the names. So the other ones were a little loose, so when I cut 1, it worked. Measure twice, cut once. So I wasn't going to ruin my shelf. So this here was all wood that was donated. These 2 I salvaged, which were the same size as this, just a little darker in color. Do I care? No, because come on, I had no shelf. When you don't have a shelf, you need a shelf. You don't care if that's painted or anything. All you care is you get a function to put your, what do you call that? Towels on. They're all over the floor. I can't find a single thing. So I think that's all I need to tell you about my experience putting up this beautiful, beautiful shelf. I can't, if I make another video, there'll be part 2 to something. It won't be a continuation on this because I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to show you how bad things are for me. I just learned how to fold fitted towels. Now, I thought you had to be a witch to fold fitted towels because I just never could, but yesterday was my first day that I ever folded fitted towels. So before I take this down, I think I'm going to show you what my towels look like and my sheets. See that? I don't know how to fold. And those shelves, I'm leaving them there. If they fall down, they're going to suffer from the same fate as this one. Trash. I don't think there's anything I can do with it. Give it to my friend, let her put her plants on, let her ivy crawl up it. I don't know. Okay. going to go hang towels. Those are all coming down. I'm going to refold them now that I saw a YouTube video. I actually learned it on Facebook on how to fold towels. And once I took my time, just like I took my time cutting every single one of those boars, I now have a shelf. I bet you I could stand on that. No, okay, I'm just joking. So, proud of myself. And there's like a little bit here that I could do, like about this much. Does this bother me? Nope, it don't at all. I don't really think there's going to be much problems with that sliding around. This is all going to make it to the trash. What else I want to say? Well, maybe I'll show you the top of it. I'm getting up off the floor. You see that? See now that last board, it's a little discolored. Do I care? No, but I'm going to make this all nice and clean and tidy. And that's my experience on making a shelf. And trust me, you did not want to see my workstation. I used my kitchen table, my kitchen counter. Because, I mean, that's just like little tiny pieces of wood. Like, really, come on, like, that's not hard. I know, see that piece chipped off, but that's all right. That don't bother me now. I'll just put it down this way. So, by the way, the other inside pieces, they did crack a little bit, so I put the cracked pieces on the bottom and used the good ones on top. That's your female carpenter who's clueless on doing things, but I knew enough. Said, you know, I'm a smart woman. I should be able to figure this out. See you next time. I'm Heather Kay.